between the Houston Gamblers and the Oklahoma Outlaws. Houston gets on top early. Quarterback Jim Kelly, he's had a brilliant rookie season so far. Richard Johnson, 39 yards, touchdown. Kelly threw for 325 yards in this game. Third quarter, it's Kelly and Johnson again, this time 25 yards. Gamblers led it 28-13. But Doug Williams and Alfonso Williams with 6 seconds to go. As the ball is released, the time on the clock expires, and Alfonso Williams goes up in a crowd and gets the Hail Mary. 2-point conversion good. We go into overtime. In overtime, the flea flicker. Back to Doug Williams. Again, he looks for Alfonso Williams. 53-yard gain down to the 2-yard line. That meant that Efren Herrera had a chip shot of 19 yards to win the game. The snap is down, the kick is up and good. And the Oklahoma Outlaws come from nowhere to beat Houston 31-28. Meanwhile, more Stars were in action under the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan, as the Panthers beat San Antonio. But the big story in this game was tragedy that struck the Michigan Panthers. Number 1, Anthony Carter, wide receiver, goes up for this Bobby Hebert pass. Watch his left arm. He comes down, a fractured left arm for Anthony Carter. He'll be out at least 6 weeks, maybe as much as 8 weeks. But Terry Miller and the rest of the Panthers picked up the slack. Here goes Terry Miller, former Oklahoma State All-American, 16-yard touchdown run as the Panthers lengthen their lead. One bad play for Bobby Hebert is picked off by Johnny Fairfield, linebacker of San Antonio. That was the only highlight for the Gunslingers, though. Michigan goes on to win it 26-10. And then in Pittsburgh's Three Rivers Stadium, the Maulers on Sunday took on the winless Oakland Invaders. It was a big day for Pittsburgh's passing combination of Glenn Corrado at quarterback and Jackie Flowers, the wide receiver. Flowers, just acquired in a trade a couple of weeks ago, had 3 touchdown catches from Corrado. The second-year man from Florida State had a big day, catching 140 yards worth of passes in the air for 3 touchdowns on the day. The Maulers win their second game of the year. Final, Pittsburgh 28 and Oakland 14. Meanwhile, the winless Chicago Blitz took on the winless Washington Federals. That game was played Saturday afternoon at RFK Stadium in the nation's capital. Somebody had to win their first game of the year. You thought it would be the Federals, as Curtis Bledsoe takes off on an 80-yard run in the waning moments of the fourth quarter. The extra point was no good, though, and Washington led by only 6 at 20-14. That extra point comes back to haunt the Federals because Vince Evans, with 1:06 to go, scores. And the extra point by Chicago is good. The Blitz go on to win their first game. The Express made his debut, and Young played well, although the Express once again came up a loser at home because Brian Saif of the Generals also played well. Here he throws a touchdown pass to Clarence Collins. The Generals led 13-3 before Steve Young, out of the shotgun, throws his first touchdown pass of what will be a great career to JoJo Townsell, 13-10 to Jersey at halftime. Third quarter, though, Brian Saif finds Herschel Walker on the biggest play of the day, a 50-yard pass run play, and watch Herschel turn on the speed, bowl over his would-be tacklers. The Generals hang on for a 26-10 win in Los Angeles. Then the Tampa Bay Bandits, the only team ever to beat the Philadelphia Stars in Veterans Stadium, returned to the scene of the crime, and the Stars got even. USFL's leading rusher, Calvin Bryant, had another big afternoon on Sunday. Bryant ran on the day for 114 yards, 18 of them in this gallop up the middle. Calvin Bryant, who didn't practice all week because of a bad hamstring. Now, the goofiest play maybe of the week. Fusina to Willie Collier, got it, fumbles the ball. Here comes Calvin Bryant, thank you very much. Bryant goes the rest of the way, 38 yards for the touchdown. That's the kind of day it was for Philadelphia. They were all over Tampa Bay, 38-24. And then it was the Jacksonville Bulls last Saturday night in Memphis against the Showboats, a game seen on ESPN. The Bulls jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Willie McClendon scores from 4 yards out. McClendon would later be injured, though, and that would put a severe crimp in the Jacksonville offense. Waldo Lewis can throw. He also can run. He takes it in from 3 yards out to tie the game at 24. Pepper Rogers says, I think we're going to win it on the last play of the game. Pepper, you're right. Alan Duncan, field goal winner. And the Memphis Showboats improved their record to 2-4 with a victory over the Jacksonville Bulls, 27-24. Also Sunday afternoon at Mile High Stadium in Denver, the surprising Denver Gold up their record to 5-1 with a 17-7 victory over George Allen's Arizona Wranglers, who are now 3-3. The star for the Gold, Harry Sidney, run for 111 yards, including a fourth quarter touchdown that clinched it. Denver wins it 17-7. They're 5-1.